And I'm Robert Gibson, and I'm Ricky Horton, and we are the Rocker Room Express, not retired NWA Warrior Tag Team Champion, and you're listening to Double Dropkick Hot. Still Duncan.
The Dove Network welcomes you to the following presentation of Double Dropkick Podcast.
It's DDK Saturday Night, coming to you live through the power of your internet. Welcome into each and every one of you. So glad that you are with us. We're going to have a great show tonight. We got a great guest, one of the most positive guys in the hobby, who is doing some things with professional wrestling in his area. We're going to talk with him about that, about belt collecting, and about how in Canada it's the perfect place to bury bodies because it gets cold up there. So we'll be talking to him about that and why that nice persona leads into, the easily, no, sir, they're not in my backyard. So we'll be going all through that tonight. We've got Picture of the Week to talk about, some Bret Hart comments. We've got all those things to cover, as well as we'll be talking a little bit about the BROCAST tonight. We're going to have a whole lot to get into. We're excited about that being part of the DAV network. So we're so excited that you're here tonight and that you have tuned in and pulled up a chair, grab a drink over at the DDK Belt Bar. You guys are always welcome, and we're excited to have you wherever you are watching us from around the world, or whether you watch us afterwards, like many of you do, and tell us, hey, thanks for getting me through my workday. I appreciate that so much. So right now, just going up to the fireplace, grab you a nice little drink, grab that belt that you love, just drink it away and get away from this crazy world for the next 2 hours, because we are going to have an amazing time. You know who had an amazing show the other night? Those guys, part of the DAV network, over at Spanning the Globe Podcast. They are on every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Mark, Andy, Richard, and Ben, with Mark, do a great job over there. They are part of the DAV network, and we're so glad to have them underneath that umbrella. They had a spectacular show the other night. They interviewed one of the all-time guys. Some people like to call him a jobber. I don't, since he was a 10-time junior heavyweight champion. Action Mike Jackson. You might want to go catch that broadcast from last night. It's a great, great show. Also, check out the guys over at Talking Wrestling with Pondwater Dave and Amy. They do every Tuesday nights on the Marked Out Moments YouTube channel. We're good friends with them. We've had them on. They're great guys. And also check out Stephen Hammer's YouTube page. He does a wonderful, wonderful job with that. But I can't do none of this show without my main partner in crime. So without any further ado, medicine just doesn't work with my lips anymore. We got to get my main man in here and start this off right. Our DDK Saturday night with all of you guys. Make sure you comment. Make sure you go down there and click that thumbs up button tonight. That helps us out a lot. Ethan's ready to go. He has just finished putting on his makeup. Welcome in my co-host, Mr. Ethan Thompson. Ooh, look at what's on the wall. Look at what's on the wall. Look at what's on the wall.
I'm experimenting right now, just trying to decide what I'm going to do. Because I have Deadpool, Iron Man, Star-Lord, the Triple H helmet and stuff. Trying to figure out how I'm going to display it. That's an idea. Only threw two up. Just then I have all my figs, and I got the new Iron Man hot toy. This baby's gonna get open.
Oh, look at that!
So
way to go!
Rome wasn't built in a night, but we'll get there.
Yeah, you excited for what's coming in the end of September, man, and you kicking off I'm producing. I'm just behind the scenes, so I can lay in my bed and just produce the show. And you were the host of the BROCAST, and you got your casting crew
phenomenal.
Ready to go. We're going to be doing some testing later on this month. So hopefully at the end of September, we're ready to go. If not, then we'll be ready to go by next March.
That's your story. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm happy, and it's going to be a good show, and it's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a chill. That's what we're going to do.
We're going to talk about it a little bit later. Ethan, tell them where they can find us at, man.
Hit us on Instagram, man. You got us at Double Dropkick Podcast, man. That's just, one of the main spots we can be at. Then if you want to jump over, that's Kevin's favorite X, hit us up at DDK Podcast.
Yep.
Then finally on Facebook, hit us up at that Double Dropkick Podcast, where you can put in all your pictures and everything you want us to maybe show, whatever, just it's a good way to interact.
Absolutely. And you also got to check out C4 Authentic Belts, the only one partnered officially with Crumb Rind. They have the cast pieces of it and the actual name on the belt. They have partnered with Crumb Rind. They have the cast pieces, cast stone holders. It is amazing what they have done, even making it as original with a silversmith that is a family that was a brother of the original silversmith that worked at Crumb Rind. The C4 Ortiz Crumb Rind Big Gold. It's long name, but it's well worth it. Check them over at C4 Authentic Belts over on their Facebook page. And also check them out at c4authenticbelts.com to get all your information. Colin is a outstanding guy. Check him out on there. And remember, C4 Authentic Belts taking you back to like it's 1986. And check out Mark Leather. Mark Leather, he's got some leather openings. And tell them what they get if they mention DDK, Ethan.
Slide in Mark's DMs, you mentioned DDK, and he will get you 10% off your leather job. And like you said, with some openings right now, he'll be able to do you. And, we all know Mark is becoming world-renowned. And when we mean world-renowned, we mean world-renowned as a lace guy. So, you got it. Just hit him up, and he'll take care of you.
Yep. Hey, we spared no merit and spared no expense getting him here from Canada. He'll be on in just one more minute. Hey, if you guys have not checked out the game Retromania Wrestling right now on many of the platforms, it's 70% off over on PlayStation. It's on Xbox, or it's on Twitch. It's on Steam. Anywhere you want to play that, it's an amazing game. We had the owner of Retrosoft Studios, Mike, on a couple of episodes ago. They're incredible. They got their big DLC drop with Rock and Roll Express, Demolition, and Magnum TA, Nikita Koloff on September 13th. You're going to want to pick up that, and you're going to want to pick it up right now. It's on sale. You gotta check it out. It's awesome. Hey, I heard our guest has pulled up to the DDK Club.
And we paid them tariffs for him.
Oh yeah, yeah. We had to get him. Well, like I said, the FBI is probably going to be raiding his house while he's interviewing this show, because that's where I hit a couple of farmer neighbors. I wouldn't pay attention. But ladies and gentlemen, we're excited to have tonight our guest, Tony Thorpe. He is a longtime belt collector. He does a lot of reviews with a lot of belts. And he is doing some great stuff over at Kaizen Wrestling, and I hope I'm saying that right. If not, then he can hit me with a Jim Cornette tennis racket. Please welcome to the program our good friend and many people in the hobbies. Welcome, Mr. Tony Thorpe. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing great, man. How's the weather up yonder?
It's good. I just got back from holiday up at Prince Edward Island. We were at Cavendish. It's right in the North Atlantic, swimming in the ocean, having lobster rolls, seafood. It was amazing.
Nice. Awesome. We got a lot of people jumping in here to say hi to you there, Tony. It's Richard Moore or DDK Saturday Night. Christopher's in the house. Hello to you. And say hello to your girlfriend as well. Hope you're doing well there, Christopher. Everybody tuned in to see the show. All about the love. I'm getting some feedback here. If something's your Michael, let me hold on. Let's see. Might be a little loud here. Let me reduce the background noise and see if that helps it. Richard Ward's in the comments. Tony, before we get into Kaiser, how long have you been doing in the belt collecting? And we see you collect figures, of course.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the belt collecting part of it?
5-6 years. 2019, I got my first belt.
I was late.
Yeah, 2019, and then it started actually. My wife and my girls bought me a winged eagle off of Amazon for Father's Day, and it was like the Shawn Michaels moment. Dropped to my knees. I literally had a tear in my eye holding that belt, and then it just then I went on eBay and Amazon, and then I started searching around Facebook, and I think Big Boys Belts of the North. Those were like two of the first ones I joined, and then all the other ones that were in, and then just grew from there.
There's your boy up there in Canada. There's Natch, good old Vincent.
Vincent's a beauty. It was his birthday the other day.
It was.
I messaged him to wish him a happy birthday.
We're having issues trying to get him on technology-wise. He's not able to get on the link with you. Maybe you can help him out and figure out what to do, because we'd love to get him on the show and talk with him. Ben says hello to Chris. Everybody in there, just giving the thumbs up to everybody in the chat. So
and you're still getting that feedback, Kev.
Tony, say what?
I've been muted, so it's not me.
Tony, do you have your volume up a little bit too loud on your phone?
Let me see here. How's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can barely hear you guys now, though.
Can barely hear me. You could try going up just a little bit more.
How's that?
I'll try everything down. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us? I think it's coming out of your speakers, the audio, and then the speaker that you're talking into from the phone is just picking us up.
Yeah, I wish I got my laptop updated. I was just sitting here getting all ready. I got the lights and everything up. Like I just got back from my holiday, and I really apologize.
Okay, no worries. So 2019, you got into the hobby. I thought you were into the hobby a lot longer than that.
No, I mean, I had foam belts when I was a kid. I had cardboard belts. I had, I made a belt back in 97, 98. I made like a big gold out of cardboard. So I guess maybe I wasn't then, but I never knew about the forms or anything. I'm not tech savvy. So yeah, it was 2019 when I started getting into it seriously and collecting and stuff. And I know there was people that were buying them up from the magazines and stuff years and years ago. I was too lazy to mail shit away.
So where did the big collection of all the figures come? Did that start out as a kid? Did that start out before 2019?
My nerd room that we're in, I've done videos before. Like I collect video games, comic books,
Right.
the LJ. I have the LJN figures. I make custom LJNs. I have my guitar, 2 of my guitars in here with my microphone for when I sing and play guitar. I
Gotcha.
play baseball, hockey. Like I do a lot of stuff and wrestling, right? So, yeah. So I've just got a lot of collections. I've been collecting shit since I was a kid.
I got you. And you put it all together, doing all the belt hobby and collecting. And we notice when you get a new belt and you're doing a review and you jump in certain belt groups and everything like that. Do you have a YouTube page that you go through
Nothing yet. No.
and you do?
No, nothing like that yet. Stephen Hammer and I talked about it, and he's, I just honestly, I'm so busy. Like I play on 4 softball teams, 5 softball teams in the summer. I play hockey. I've got a family. I run a business. I'm doing wrestling. So like, I just haven't set anything up on YouTube. And I just like to do it organically and just go into each group live, do the review live there, and move on. I should create a YouTube channel and maybe other socials. I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one extra click and go for it. You don't have to, it's not too hard. It's not too hard to just record it in your own time. It might blow up, and I mean, but you're doing you share it all around the groups. What has led you get into this thing to where I noticed that you try so many different makers. What's led you getting into? You don't particularly stay in one maker. It's like are you doing it to be able to review it and let people know about the different makers, or are they just hitting you up in your inbox and you're just too nice to tell them to hey man, you need to
Muhammad Arham is the main one I use.
Who's that?
Like he's made the majority of these belts behind me. I've used Felix, Tanvir, Muhammad. I've been working with him for a while. So yeah, no, I've tried a couple here and there, and yeah, someone in the hobby will recommend somebody, and I'll give them a shot and see what they're like, and then maybe try them out. But I'm pretty good now. My collection's almost done. That's why I haven't seen any videos lately. The wrestling belts. That's pretty much, that's like pretty much come to an end, I think, because I've got what I want out of it, really. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
How many belts is that?
I sold a bunch. I got a few. I haven't done count. Like I said, I've been playing so much baseball this summer, guys. Like I feel like a really shitty guest right now because talking about the belt stuff is just not. It's just down on the totem pole of life, so to speak, right?
Right.
Don't want to offend anyone by saying the word totem pole, but just I guess what you would say the ladder, the rung of the ladder. I don't want to offend anyone who uses ladders, but yeah, they're kind of at the bottom right now. Like I got this wrestling stuff I'm doing. I'm back playing hockey. I've lost a bunch of weight. I'm playing a ton of softball. I've actually been customizing heroes. Ethan, I heard you talk about some of the Marvel stuff. I've been really digging the DC stuff. I've been reading the Justice Society. I've been collecting the new McFarlane line. I have the original LJN line. So yeah, I've been doing that. I actually just made a whole bunch of the JSA guys. I should have.
McFarlane does such a good line.
Oh, I love the McFarlane line that he's making right now. I actually have Ultraman down here right now because I'm thinking he might be a good one to make Atom Smasher and Damage from.
Oh yeah.
Because of the way the mouth is. Where's my camera? There it is. The way his mouth is, right? So. I wish if I'd known this, guys, I would have shown you because some of these LJNs are customs, right? Like Haku here we got with the LJN line. And this was a beat up Jimmy Snuka. And then I painted him, right? So he matches what Haku looked like. So now I got the Islanders because we would have never had this in the 80s, unfortunately. Right. So it was a Canadian company at the end, Grandin Toy, that got the the last run, 1989. They're only in Canada, so that's why if you look up Haku, Ultimate Warrior, the Warlord, they're like $600-700. The black strap under the Giant. So, yeah. And the tariff war is over, guys. It's done. We're back to being friends again. The elbows are down.
Yeah.
I love America. I hate politics. I don't give a shit about it. I just, you know what? I have American friends. I have Canadian friends, and I just love everybody.
Yep. I think ladders are offended you, and they're going to boycott you now on your lives. So before we get into your wrestling stuff that you're doing, I want you to show us your favorite belt that you've got there. But yeah, Ben Rock, never say never on collecting. You get that itch again. I've done it several times since '99. I've said that.
It's true. It is so true. It is so true. Do you remember the G.I. Joe toys? The Real American Hero, the ones from the early 80s? So I had that collection, the figures I had from the first run 82 up to about 88. And then I sold a bunch of them, and I kept just the ones I had as a kid. But now I went to a toy convention last week, and I'm like, damn it, I want those again. Those toys were wicked. The first few years, man, the 80s were so awesome. I feel so bad for you viewers that didn't get to live in the 80s with all the wicked toys and video games that we got. But
they're too busy throwing hissy fits on Twitter and technology and Instagram and crying over stuff and
here's my favorite belt though. Back to the belt.
You asked me. Tell us about it. Who made this one?
This is from Muhammad Arham. This is the Intercontinental title. Such a classic belt. The leather on it, incredible. It's been super floppy since day one. Really nice backing. Just love it. You can see the CNC plates.
Okay, CNC. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, they're really nice. Really, it's got the 24 karat.
Such a timeless belt.
Yeah, it is. It's probably one of the best belts Reggie Parks did. I just love it. I have. He made me another one up there, and it's the standard one. It's up on my shelf beside me here, and it's got the RP, which I was like, you know what? I'm not going to sell that because I've never seen the IC title have the little trademark RP right there, and I thought that's kind of cool. And it's just a standard one, but this is awesome. I love this one. It just the leather folds up nicely. So, and this was such an iconic belt. Like, come on, those matches.
If you had last question before we get into your stuff, if you had one. You can just a quick answer. If you had one Grail belt, what would it be? What's your Grail belt? Made by who? What belt? What would it be?
Oh, if there's one belt if I had to have only one belt, it would be a C4 Crumrine.
Oh, very smart man. Yeah. He knows what he's talking about. 82
I have the Fandus. They're really nice. I have Muhammad Arham actually made me a really nice one. It's right over there. It's got the WWE logo on it. It's really nice. I have the Shop Rhine. But
it's when you get it made. Yeah, if it means that much to you, and I tell people, when you open it and it's made the exact way, and then you got the sterling silver over the board, it pops more than anything. And people ask me, out of the Reggie WWF logo here and some of the other belts, if there was a fire and I'm running out, I said I'm grabbing the C4. It's just when you open it up, it pops you more than anything I've ever seen before, and it's just an amazing belt. And who makes it? The history that's a part of it, the cast pieces that are on it, being made by Silversmith. So I hear you on that one. Maybe you'll get your promotion to do it, and then you can just be like, oh no, I don't know what it's missing today. I don't know where it went.
I have that belt is amazing, and like you said, for all those reasons, because of who made it, the history behind it, the work, and I really think Colin did that's a really smart on him. This is what I love. This is what I love about Canada and the US. You can do anything like this. You can go into business like what you guys are doing here. Your podcast is even better than before. It's improved, so professional, and you can go out and do he went out and put the work in to find out who the Crumrine was made by. He put and to make this great belt. So it's awesome. And he's late because he put the work in to do it. So
we've had him on here several times. We did the debut with him. We've interviewed him on all his stuff and how long it took and the process. I mean, this wasn't just an overnight thing. I mean, he took this relationship and tried to build it with Crumrine for almost 10 years before he got this all down pat. And Colin is a great friend. I enjoy talking with him. He's a great family
Yeah.
man, honest man. He's a good guy, and people should check him out. Go check out his group and give him a look. And he's even got payment plans, so you can make payments on it and do it out. But we wanted to find out, because you had me fooled with what's going on with your little character here and there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The
Talking
owner
about
of Kaizen, Tony Thorpe. That is right.
yes, you had me fooled. So I'm going to get Jim Cornette's rackets, and I'm coming after you. Tell us all about. Am I saying it right?
Kaizen Pro Wrestling.
Kaizen Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
For nobody out there who's never heard it, tell us all about what it is, because if people aren't, they're missing out on something, because it's really pretty good. And it's not one of those guys that are setting up a ring that was made in the backyard. It really looks good. The studio looks good. Tell us about it.
So first off, there's a lot of great wrestling here in the Maritimes. Not just Kaizen. There's a lot of great wrestling. I moved here from Vancouver, and I'm blown away at the love for wrestling, at the amount of different promotions that are in our area here. We treat it like a territory. We try not to go into each other's territories. We will share talent. Some
cool.
will, some won't. And that's fine. There's the politics behind all that stuff too. Like, whatever. Life's short. Get over it. Move on.
We can sneak a SEAL team up there.
This place. Sorry?
We can send a SEAL team up there to take them out.
Yeah, we got our beaver team that has the maple syrup bombs, and we know where they are if we need to do anything. So you just forget it, eh? We're a couple of hosers. No, but back to the wrestling, back to Kaizen. It's so Covey Christ is the head trainer there. He is a wrestler who trained under Scott D'Amore in Ontario. With Covey's gonna kill me because I can't remember. But where he trained, it was it Can-Am? If Kyle or one of the guys from our if one of the guys is watching from wrestling, they'll correct.
Yeah, I hope you guys are watching up there.
But he trained there under Scott D'Amore. Came back to the Maritimes. He's from Cape Breton. He's a big fan of Mexican wrestling, the luchador wrestling. He's a big fan of Japanese wrestling. He's a big fan of Daniel Bryan, William Regal. He's a phenomenal wrestler. Covey has the best endurance. He is the Maritime Messiah. And he's just a great trainer, and he's trained so many of the students and the people that actually work here at Kaizen. It's phenomenal, and they're all good people. We all come from different walks of life. We all have different beliefs, different political and religious views, different views and opinions on sports, music, and everything, like everybody does. But we all get along, and we're a big family, and we get to do what we love, which is professional wrestling.
So how many wrestlers are in the promotion?
So within our promotion, Kobe's he's gonna kick my ass.
You can just give an estimate. Nobody's,
we got about 20.
Okay, you got about 20. And how many titles do you guys have? One.
We have one title.
They're all fighting for the world title.
It's not a world title because it is only defended locally. We don't defend it anywhere else. So that's the unique thing. So it's the Kaizen Championship. So I learned from Covey because the title's not going to be defended in the U.S. It won't be defended in England, Mexico, Japan, anywhere. So therefore, it's just a local regional title. Our title, the Kaizen Professional Wrestling title. There it is. Made by Muhammad Arham of Hamir Championship Belts. It is carat gold. It is plated, stacked. He did an amazing job. Covey designed that. So if you guys zoom in on the belt here, I want to tell you a little bit about the belt and the history of the design. It has the Citadel, which is located right in the middle of Halifax. And when the British came here, it was their encampment, so they fought you Americans off when Canada said, go away. And then there's the bridge that connects Dartmouth and Halifax. There's just some really cool.
See the bridge there, and that's in your logo as well,
right at the top.
And then you got the Canadian flags on the side. It's stacked. I like it. So it looks like a pretty beefy and heavy belt because it's that's a 5-plater, correct?
Yep, and it's got our Kaizen logo as the little
There it
plate
is.
on the end there, the bridge.
Oh, you did it on. Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
That is very smart. Ethan, have you ever seen that?
No, I like it. I like that.
Yeah, that is a very, very cool touch.
Yeah, pretty good, you hoser.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Kaizen's a Japanese word for always improving, always going forward. So Kobe's a hippie. He's a beautiful human being. I absolutely love him.
There's Colin right there.
We don't agree on it. We don't agree on everything. We disagree on a lot of stuff. But you know what? At the end of the day, we love each other and respect each other. He knows so much about wrestling. He's given me such a great opportunity, and maybe one day he'll be lucky to step in the ring with me, his oldest student, and his best student.
All right. So tell us about your guy and what you do and your role in
So I'm the owner of Kaizen Pro Wrestling. Me and Malik and I went into business together, but me is just not.
So you play your character plays the owner and he's got a little bit of heel mentality to him.
Well, that's where I'm going, you see, because I'm sick of these people wasting my time and my money that
I've
invested.
Yeah.
And there's Joey White. What a champion he is. Look at that guy. That beautiful blonde hair. He's 6'4", athletic and young, good looking. He is what every wrestler should aspire to be.
Right. So your role is you play the owner, and tell us a little bit more about you and how it's going with your storyline and let us more about
September 6th, we have a big show, and it's at Alderney Landing. That's the beautiful theater. You see it there. That we host the shows, Alderney Landing in Dartmouth, Nova
Max
Scotia.
says book him, book Max.
And there is a no disqualification match that me and Malik has booked.
Okay.
For Joey White and Bobby Boyette. Now, I'm going to have to make some phone calls. I might have to set something up here because Joey is just too good to lose to him.
Right.
Yeah, that's me. Is that a nice looking suit? What a good haircut. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's one of those. Just got out of jail and I'm gonna fade it and hit the bar and see what happens. We're accustomed to those. I mean, no. We were serious. We are the number one show on the New York Penitentiary Men's Network, and we welcome every one of the guys out there that's watching tonight. And this is a guy that you're going to want to pin up on your wall. Look at the sexiness; it's just absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah! Yet screams, "Don't leave your checkbook around."
Yep.
Who has a checkbook? It's 2025. Come on.
So your character is
it's sort
trying
of a Vince McMahon,
to do what?
Heenan, Paul Heyman type, just your generic corporate jerk.
And do you get involved in certain things and get in the rings and take any bumps, or you mainly try to stay on the outside?
I have been in the ring taking bumps, but I've been too busy hitting home runs this summer, helping my softball teams achieve greatness. But you see,
okay,
I brought
all right. Let us easy. Let's see. I'm a baseball guy. Let's ease up on
this is what I brought, especially for tonight, to show my new training boots. So when I get back in the ring in the fall,
here comes.
Everybody at Kaizen will be on notice that the old man is back. Yeah, isn't that awesome? There's Bobby in there. Covey was in there. So I'm going to break character for a sec here. The people that we have there, I wish my screen was bigger. There's Covey, Bobby's in there. I think that's Ian who's doing the flip. It's amazing. The theater there's great. Jason Davis, who is in Champions Belt Club with me, who helps run that group. He comes to all the shows too, and he really likes the theatrics of it. And it's great. It's family friendly. There's no blood. There's no swearing. Sorry guys, it's a family.
No, that's the way our show is here. We don't swear. We don't cuss. It's a family friendly show. I think too many shows.
What's the likelihood of you taking maybe a bedpan bump in the hospital, or just something Vince McMahon-ish,
Yeah, no, there's gonna be. You know what? I'm not gonna go to the hospital. I won't be hit with a bedpan by Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's not happening.
No?
I'm just having fun doing this. My daughter comes to all the shows. She loves it. She actually wants to be a wrestler in a few years. She loves Mia Malik in real life. She really loves Mia. She's inspired her. So I think that's really cool that Mia broke the trend. She's a petite, powerful woman, a Lebanese girl who she's an awesome wrestler, and she's just a really lovely person. And my daughter really looks up to her and really likes her. So my daughter's going to be disappointed in the next show. I think maybe because I'm getting sick of Mia's antics as my character is, but in real life, I think she's an amazing human.
And there's your setup there. The one thing that I know, about a smaller promotion is you've always known the chairs to look like something that was found in the back of a Walmart parking lot, run over 30 times. Your chairs, your setup is professional. It looks great.
Yeah,
got a little jumbotron.
Yeah. So they've been off. Our 6th anniversary show is coming up on September 6th, and Kobe's been doing this for 6 years. He had a couple business partners before COVID hit, stuff like that. He's trained a lot of these people. Jason Boa, who I had to suspend. He was on SmackDown with Cody Rhodes. I think I sent you that picture, didn't I?
There
he is. That's Jason Boa there. Yeah.
Naughty.
Yeah, he was the final boss. The Rock was letting Cody know where his dressing room was, and none of us knew that he was going to be there, and that was just really cool to see that. So really happy for him. He's a really great guy.
Awesome.
He's got a great look. He's jacked. He's a fitness guy. Like he's awesome. Really awesome.
It looks like you put a badge on him and he can beat down a couple people. Yeah. That's what we need. That's what we need.
It's weird because he's quite tall. Like I think is that him there?
That's him there.
Yeah, that's me yelling at him there.
Yeah.
That was me suspending
doing it from behind the ropes. I noticed, not in his face.
Yeah.
That might be pretty smart, but it looks like that's one step up on that apron. So I'd be he don't need no steps. It doesn't look like.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a long fight. Like I fought in hockey, but he would kick my ass. Even if I had skates on, I don't think I do too good against him. But I had my teeth knocked out playing hockey in a scrap, and I got the scars on the hands back in the 90s when we were young and dumb.
I broke my hip playing baseball and had 8 pins put in it, and then had to get it replaced in 2010. So I all know too well, and a pin in my hand.
Yeah.
From that,
got this really, really gnarly paper cut, and then I stapled my finger one time with an office stapler on accident.
Yeah, that
paper cuts are the worst, man. I had them when I worked in an insurance agency 20 years ago, and I tell you, I was getting something out of the photocopier, and I cut myself. Oh my lord, the worst.
Hey Tony, you should see the razor wire burns on my back from having to crawl under a fence to get here. So I'm.
Oh my!
There's Joey and I. Convinced young Joey to listen to my advice. I've made millions of dollars at the companies I've worked for. I know how to
join your softball team later on.
What's that?
So you're telling him to join your softball team?
No, he was a great basketball player. Joey could play on my softball team. He'd probably be better than half of the people there, but they might not like me saying that. But Joey's a phenomenal athlete.
I'm gonna throw out a $1 million idea for you, Tony.
What's that?
I'm gonna throw out $1 million idea for you.
Sure.
You play softball. You play a lot of softball, apparently. Why don't you incorporate a little bit of the wrestling into the softball, like the Savannah Bananas? They do their songs and dance numbers, bro, just to generate a little publicity. Hey, I enjoy the Savannah Bananas, man. When they do that dirty dancing number, I'm sorry, I went for a minute. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah. No, maybe. I mean, we actually. So if you're on my Facebook page, Tony Thorpe, the real person, not the wrestler, I do bring some belts out to our softball games. I had a belt made, a player of the game belt. I gave it to Mike Dunphy, who runs my co-ed team that I play on Sunday mornings. He's our pitcher. He's a great guy. Organizes a lot of tournaments, and I've organized teams, and it's hard. It's horrible. So I'm glad that he's just showing up and playing now. So yeah, I bring out a belt, and the guy who plays good on defense or hits well, they get the player of the game. I take a picture with them, post it on social media, because I think there's too much negative shit in the world, right? And we all loved wrestling growing up. You know, even the other teams, they like all the teams, we all know each other. And a couple of guys saw me last week. I had my winged eagle out the way when I should have sent you guys pictures. And you know, my buddies there, they loved it. And the guys on the other team were like, "Man, that's so cool." You know, I mean, people are gonna say shit behind your back too, probably. Oh, it's stupid
Stuff
or
behind
whatever.
your back.
End of the day, I don't really give a crap what people think. I have fun. Life's too short. I'm gonna have
Dude,
fun.
I'm telling you, I'm spitballing here though, because you know what? You guys played in the wrestling thing. One of the wrestlers, the champ, gets in trouble. You take his belt from him. You strip him of his belt. He goes ballistic, right? You're at your softball game. You're at your softball game, and you happen to have the championship in the bag, and you're bragging to your friends about it after the game. And he comes and beats the snot out of you. Fast forward to the next week in the wrestling event. You're bandaged up, got your leg bandaged up. You're on some crutches. He's got the title back. You're bitter. I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I could even the boys on my team, they put their jerseys on and show up with like an honor guard with their bats as I walked out. I got some company with me. But yeah, no, I mean, who knows? I mean, you know what? It's all at the end of the day. I don't make those decisions on creative and what we do. We all have a little bit of input. But it goes through the real owner and the real leadership team at Kaizen with what we do. So yeah, I mean, you guys gave me an idea before I even came on. I had my laptop here, which I wanted to use, and I just put in my notes some ideas I had for my character. But you know, Kobe's been around a lot. He knows indie wrestling. He's wrestled all over Canada. He's gone down to Maine. He's wrestled in England. He's done a couple tours there. He knows what's going to work and what's not going to work for Kaizen and for indie wrestling and stuff like that. So
where did you get your love for wrestling? Was it growing up as a kid watching it?
100%.
What were you watching? What were you watching when you were growing up?
So I grew up in Vancouver, British Columbia, on the west coast of Canada. I'm 49. I was born in 1976. I grew up with Hulk Hogan. I was a Hulkamaniac. One of my friends, Stuart Trimble, I remember he got me into wrestling. We would hang out at his house. His parents owned a pub. They were from England, just like my parents. And I watched the match where Hulk Hogan and Paul Orndorff were tagged up against King Kong Bundy and Big John Studd. And Orndorff turned on Hogan. It was why didn't you answer the phone, brother? And, he was working out and they missed it. And that was the first heel turn. And it broke my heart. And I'm friends with Travis Orndorff. Now, me and Travis connected a few years back, and both Christian dudes who, love Jesus and love wrestling.
He made Orndorff a lot of money, and he said it not long after, all the stuff that in multiple interviews that Orndorff was like, "Look, Hogan made me a lot of money," and I thought in the early days, and a lot of people skip past those early days with Mr. Wonderful and King Kong Bundy. Those were some great matches with Hogan, and people really need to go back and watch those.
I think Hogan's. I said this to Travis actually the other week, that I think, and I wasn't saying it, and I even, I'm not blowing smoke up his ass or saying it for the sake of saying it, but because it was his dad. But I watched those matches, and they were they were some of Hogan's best matches. Hogan was fat, because a lot of people think of Hogan maybe in his late run in the WWF in the early 2000s. The younger generation of wrestling fans, when he was with, there's that one where he teamed with Cena and Batista. And he could barely move, right? Even when he wrestled The Rock, he was a lot slower. You go back and watch those early 80s things, and they were great. I loved it. Like you said, his matches with Bundy, Piper, he wrestled Terry Funk. That was a good match. I enjoyed it. Kobe would say they're all shit because he likes a different style of wrestling, and he didn't like Hulk Hogan. He hated Terry Bollea. Hulk Hogan, he understands the character and what the impact he had on wrestling. And that's it. I loved Hulk Hogan. He was a superhero to me. He was, my dad would watch wrestling and he'd be like, "Oh, it's bloody fake. It's all bloody fake."
Oh yes, my dad did the same thing.
Care, right?
You get so mad.
Hulk Hogan stuffy right here.
I'd get so mad. Watch, he's gonna pull the same thing. I thought you were gonna pull the other one. I thought you were gonna pull the other one.
Oh, I don't have that one. I don't have the old Wrestling Buddy one. My brother had that as a kid. But we would
No,
also watch Stampede Wrestling in the 80s.
okay.
And Glow was on. I remember watching Glow late at night. You'd be like, what the hell is
Holy
this?
crap! I have not heard of that in a while.
Yeah. And I think the NWA came on, but it wasn't like, I remember like seeing guys like Arn Anderson and that and thinking like, it just was so much grittier. And I just didn't, as a kid, I didn't like it. As an adult, I friggin' love it. Like I watch NWA stuff now. And I'm like, oh my God, this is good wrestling. Right? Like,
Yeah, the WWF is more. It was more character driven. It's characters.
yeah.
But I've always said the NWA is like the guy, the brute down at the bar that can whoop your tail. That's your common guy, but he was the tough guy in
Yeah.
there. And I felt like it, and I still feel today the NWA was more believable. It felt you felt the matches
Yeah.
more, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Who did you like as you started getting into the NWA?
Well, so okay, so I just want to go back briefly. Hogan was the guy that got me into it. I also like Brutus Beefcake, Tito Santana, Macho Man.
Right.
I love Jesse Ventura, Ultimate Warrior, and then I got into like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Those were the guys that I really liked. But now later in life, watching the NWA, it's like you watch Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat, and it's some of the best. Like I love those matches. I love watching William Regal in the WCW.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In that era, because I never watched that. I was a super loyal WWF kid, a Stampede Wrestling kid. AWA I saw a little bit of, but I didn't really care for the NWA. But now as I watch it, it's like you watch Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, and they're just amazing. Barry Windham, it was great. Sting was so good.
Were
And
you?
his character was just so different from everything else in the NWA, and it was like he was sort of like the WWF injection into the NWA WCW, and I loved Surfer Sting, man. Like when I saw that as a kid, I was like, that's fucking cool. That flat hair and the makeup, it was just cool. There's something about that in the 80s. I don't know. Kiss took their makeup off. The wrestlers put their makeup on.
Is there any guys that are in Kaizen that try to emulate some of the wrestlers from that era, the NWA, and because I think that there for me personally, I think there's a lot of missing storytelling in the ring and in the big promotion today. Is that they don't interact with the crowd anymore. It seems the matches are all rushed. They won't slow down. And you were talking about the NWA, the way as the show was named after the finisher from the double drop kick, the Rock and Roll Express. When you watch those two matches and you'd watch Bobby Heaton get popped a couple times and slide out of the match, go hug Jim Cornette, and then yell somebody at the ring, it had a pace to it and it had a storytelling to it that elevated like this. Today, it seems like there's finisher, and somebody's rolled up by a pinfall. How does Kaiser try to present their wrestling and are they try to have a mix of it or a lot of the guys, some of the guys old school, new school, or?
Well, I think like I don't know how so I might be answering this completely wrong because Kobe, like I said, Kobe runs Kaizen. He would be better to answer these questions for sure. But I think there's a mix. Like there's a couple of the wrestlers that we've had in class that I've trained with. There's guys from the academy. There's guys that are graduates that you're like, they're all themselves, right? Like that's encouraged. But
Right.
like you can't help but look at Bobby. And when I first met Bobby Boyette, I was like, holy shit, does he look like the Earthquake? And everyone says that, right? Like everyone who sees him thinks of the Earthquake. Dawson James is another young wrestler. He trained with a different trainer, but he's working with us right now. He's got a bit of an Arn Anderson look. He's a bit of a throwback, and I really like. He's got to me a neat like wrestler look. He looks like a wrestler.
Right.
But all the guys look like wrestlers in their own in their way. Um, and they all work really hard at what they do. They're all great people. And Joey's got the bit of the I think Joey's himself, but he when I did a little video, me and Mia came up with this idea. I used the Ric Flair. He's out the room over there with the crumb rind. I used him in the video because that's sort of what Joey's got, that that really handsome blonde hair, the Ric Flair kind of look, right? But he's very athletic. He's almost more like a David Von Erich. if that's sort of
I got you.
not as tall. But Kobe likes to train us with the Japanese and Mexican style of wrestling too, right? So with me, we're working on more of a British style and like a throwback style.
Okay.
That's what he wants. That's some of the things we're working on. So, but a lot of the people, they're very individual. They're very like Sebi. He's great. He's come a long way. He's got he's French and he's incorporating a Japanese theme with them, and he's doing his own thing. They're me as a luchador and she's Lebanese, right? So it's like you've never heard of that, right? She's the only female wrestler on our roster. So
Who does she get to wrestle, or if she's the only female?
she wrestles everybody. Kobe believes wrestling is an equal opportunity business for everybody. I personally had and me and him have talked about this. I had a tough time at training where I wrestled a person who was born female but identified as they them. I had a tough time body slamming them because I was raised to not put my hands on a woman, and it caused a bit of a controversy because they were like, "I'm not a woman, I'm they them. I'm to be treated equal." The wrestling coach said, "Well, at least we know he won't hurt women, but yes, this is like they're a wrestler. You got to forget that they're a female. You treat them as a wrestler. There's female wrestlers here that if you don't hit them, like slap them here, give them chops, like you're gonna get in shit from the vets in the back. That's not at Kaizen. That's across maritime wrestling. It's an equal opportunity business. Me personally, I'd feel like a piece of shit if I hurt a female, but that's just me. And I can't change that or help that. I would treat them with respect, but it would be hard for me to hurt if I did.
Right.
It's the same with a guy too. I'd feel like a piece of shit if I hurt anybody. We all got to go to work the next day. None of us are getting paid big bucks here. I don't know what that beeping is, by the way.
The swearing, where we don't swear and cuss on the channel. Got family too.
All right, I apologize for that.
No worries, you're good. What do I'm gonna let Ethan get the questions here and here, but before I do that, I saw that. What do you think? I'll ask this first. Do your guys, is it scripted before you go out, or does your the real owner of the company, does he let them call things in the ring?
That's a great question. So I sit in at the beginning of the show. We get together. We sort of he goes over like who's going out, right, and he's posted up on the door. People know who they're working with. We have a training center, so they can work on their matches before the show.
Right.
I've not graduated to that level yet.
Right.
And a lot of the stuff that I do is the day of. I find out the day of, and I just go out there and give it my all.
That's a lot of pressure. Day of.
No, honestly, like I've sang in bars playing the guitar. I've done karaoke. I've done spoke at weddings. I've done keynote speaking in my shoot job as a director of business development. So it's just I love it. It comes naturally. I like being in front of people and speaking, but I also love my privacy and just being alone.
Gotcha. Ethan, what you got for him?
So, obviously you have your training shoes right next to you.
Yeah, they're over here. Yeah. Brand
So
new.
has that bug fully bit you? Is there going to be
I started training 4 years ago. And then I found because I play sports and I have a family and a business, training, stuff would just get in the way. I did get hurt a couple times in the ring. At training once was, I took a kick from one of the grads in the ribs, and I ran into a fence catching a home run ball years ago, and it was the same area, and it's just tender. He didn't mean to. We just kept carrying on, and it was a heat drill. And yeah, it just happens, man. So I missed a few months and stuff, and then got back at it, and then I kind of thought I didn't really want to do it. I wasn't too sure. My daughter did love going. She kind of said, Dad, what's going on with this? And then Covey had this idea how he wanted to incorporate me into the story and keep me involved. And so, I'm working hard at it. I've lost more, I've lost some weight. I've been stretching and exercising, eating healthy, playing a lot of sports. So I'm going to give it I might have a match. I might have one match and then just put the boots in the ring and call it a day.
And at your age, because how old are you now?
I'm 49. I'll be 50 in May.
So you're 49. Do you have that spot? Do you have that Do you have that one thing that's an unequivocal no that you're just not going to take that bump?
So Kobe, like when we're at training with and like the people that have
Canadian
trained Kaizen,
destroyer.
I'm pretty comfortable with stuff. But I mean, it's all about consent when you're in the ring, and like this is if someone's finisher is pretty high risk, I might have to. I might not ever be in that situation because
No power bomb off the top rope.
I wouldn't take that. No. But there are guys here, man. There's guys my age. There's a couple guys older than me in the Maritimes that will take those bumps, man. And like
that's wild.
Off to them. But
see, and that's the crazy part is like you have those dudes that like never lost. I don't know if it's age or like whatever, but you remember when you were younger, you're running around, you jump off the stairs and you're just running your car and you jump off a platform or whatever, and you had no worry.
Yeah.
And then there becomes that time in your life where
you sneeze and you pull a muscle.
Yeah, or you just you question your knees, you question like you look at that second or third step off of the stairs and you're just like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the step that I blow off my knee.
Yeah.
You lose that trust in your joints.
Well, like I was playing softball a few weeks back, and my team had to go play in the biggest tournament in the East Coast of Canada called the East Coast Classic, and it was a league game. I bought some new cleats from Winners. They're the Bryce Harper Under Armours, and the first at bat, I got a single, and running up the first baseline, I did something to my Achilles. I was playing the outfield, and my Achilles just getting worse and worse. I missed hockey, and then I missed some ball, and I was like, I didn't even really do anything, but my Achilles, like I was just jogging, running. Like I'm not, not trying to win the World Series here. I'm playing men's rec softball.
Yeah, they usually have softball players. They get hurt easily.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. I like.
Is there a huge difference between softball and baseball? I've never played. So to me, softball, baseball, and t-ball are like all one thing.
Yeah,
I was the leagues. Yes, there's it now. For men, a baseball player to play in softball, no. When you go to the women's, and I coached the junior college women's fast pitch team, that's where it's completely different.
Yeah, that's
if it matters, but hold on, Kev. If it matters, my favorite baseball movie is A League of Their Own.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's still overhand pitching. I'm telling you, when baseball player, as somebody that played baseball, when you get into the batter's box and you have the girls that are much closer and the ball comes on you quicker. So you just have to be on your feet. You can't have this long drawn out swing. You have to be up on your toes and ready to go and ready in your batting position. But for a baseball player to play softball, no, there's no issues with.
See, I was a football player, so I was geared to play for 10 seconds and then take a 30-second break. Play for 10 seconds and take a 30-second break.
Well, I played soccer, and I remember there was times where I'd play 90 minutes. There's times where I'd get subbed on and play 20 minutes, 15 minutes. I played hockey where there was times I would play half the game. There was times where I maybe play 15 minutes in a game or 10 minutes, 6 minutes in a game. But wrestling, though, the cardio that's involved it's like nothing I've ever seen before. It's crazy.
Constant movement, yeah.
Yeah, and even when you're not moving, it's crazy. Like, and like the running the ropes feels like you're getting cross-checked. If you played lacrosse or hockey and you've had that's the ropes, like they're actual ropes. They're not like rubber bands, right? Like it's a rope with electrical tape on it. So,
right.
But it's fun. I love it. I love, when I was in high school back, 1990, I was in drama class and I loved acting. I was always creative. I was always drawing and painting. I was always drawn to the arts, but I'm a Gemini and I also played sports. And I've told this story 100 times where like I had friends that were like nerds. We were into D&D and video games, comic books. And then I had my hockey guys that I played with and it like sports with. And it was just like, it was like oil and vinegar. But, so being in theater, you get bullied, in the 90s, you can't do this. So you get out of it. But now having the opportunity to sort of play a character, be a bit of an actor, and do something physical. It's physical theater. Yes, predetermined. There's nothing fake about it. You can get seriously hurt if you're not properly trained. And there are people that wrestle in the Maritimes that have not been properly trained that people will not want to work with. It's just how it is because they feel they're unsafe, right? So,
Since you're a man of multiple sports, I'm going to ask you. I got.
Yeah.
I got three favorite. What's your three favorite movies? Baseball, hockey, wrestling.
My favorite wrestling movie, I would say, would be The Wrestler. I love that movie.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, my favorite hockey movie.
It's got to be Mighty Ducks. I'm just.
No, it's a tie between Slapshot and Youngblood. Youngblood has Rob Lowe in it, a very young Rob Lowe. Keanu Reeves is in it. He's a French-Canadian goalie. It's so 80s. It's so, like, violent. Like, the hockey kid's ability, the mom sleeps with him. It's so, like, inappropriate. But back then, it was amazing.
I'm gonna have to watch that one because Mighty Ducks 3 was my favorite.
Yeah, and for baseball movies, that's a really tough one. I'll tell you though, like after I lost my dad to cancer, I lost my dad when I was 29. And I watched Field of Dreams completely differently. That movie after my dad died, because I only got to play soccer with my dad once, so that was like that killed me. But my favorite movie, my favorite baseball movie, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time, is Major League.
Gotcha.
I absolutely love Major League. Me and the softball guys, we quote it all the time. It's just, it's just so bad. It's so good. Charlie Sheen, Willie Mays Hayes. It's just classic. And it was the Cleveland Indians, and that was the best sports logo. I love that logo, and I'm so sad Chief Wahoo's gone. Might get me canceled or in trouble, but I miss Chief Wahoo. I love that logo.
Well, there's a lot of push for that to come back. We might see the Redskins logo come back. Maybe not the name. There's a whole lot of push for it because it's absolutely ridiculous. That was a actual tribe. That was an actual Indian painted by an actual Indian, and that tribe wants him, and it was honored. And just like the Seminoles,
same with the Chicago Blackhawks. Thank God they've never changed their logo because that logo is like.
It's iconic.
Chicago Blackhawks jersey is probably one of the nicest jerseys in all sports.
I'm partial to the Hurricanes one, but I get you.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the Hurricanes one of the worst ones in hockey. I'm sorry, but the logo's terrible. It's there's nothing to it. You look at the Chicago Blackhawks.
You play softball, so I would expect that from
I play. You know what? My dad was from England. I had to play soccer, and I was baseball is my favorite sport.
You don't get many hurricanes up there, so it's actually a hurricane. But my favorite one of
we did hurricanes in Nova Scotia. Hurricane Aaron was just blowing. I got tree leaves down. I got to go clean up and tree branches in my yard down from the wind.
You have leaves down?
Tree leaves, man.
Yeah,
you Canadians are tough, bro.
Oh my God, that's gonna be like the shower. Colin, God bless him.
Where we live on the coast of North Carolina, so we had to deal with that.
We get so. Our ocean, we're that's that beach, the sandy beaches go right up from where you guys are, right up to some of the beaches we have here. That white sand, the really awesome beaches you guys have in the Carolinas.
What's that?
The beaches you guys have in the Carolinas, it's like a sand, like the formation of, oh my God, it's like the Rocky Mountains, how it goes from Alberta down into Mexico. It's the same thing with the ocean. You guys, anyhow,
the sound meets the ocean, and our beaches are what they're called our outer banks, or they're no more than 20, 30, 40 yards in some points. So it doesn't take much for a hurricane, even offshore, to do a whole lot of damage. And we've had a whole lot of people lose their homes, crops, and everything around here. So
when I got married, Hurricane Earl hit, and if you know what, the wind was so bad, I got blown into oncoming traffic, and thank the good Lord there was no traffic coming my way, or I would have been killed in a head-on collision.
Yeah,
because I got there was ships capsized, there was trees blown everywhere. We had Hurricane White Juan, I think, and there was it was a winter hurricane, and they had no power for weeks here, and snow was over people's homes. It was horrible. Anyhow, I digress.
I got you. Yeah. You don't like our black jerseys because that's
the
one of the most popular.
Actually, here's something for you, Kev. So, do you remember Andrew Ladd, who played for the Hurricanes? He was I don't know if he was with the Chicago Blackhawks too, but he won a Stanley Cup with you guys. I think in 2000. Well, when did you guys win? You won one in the early 2000s. Rob Brindamore was the captain.
2006.
Yeah, so Andrew Ladd was on that team. He's from my hometown, Maple Ridge, British Columbia.
Awesome. Awesome.
So was Larry Walker, MLB Hall of Famer, Larry Walker,
Gotcha.
and Cam Neely, Boston
So-
Bruins Hall of Famer, Cam Neely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the last thing that I wanted to ask you, we got 30 seconds before we got to wrap this up. What do you watch quickly? Do you watch wrestling today? And as somebody that grew up in the era that we watch today, what is your feeling? Not on the company media. What's your thoughts on way today's wrestling is? My view is a bunch of gymnastics, and I think they need to get back to calling things in the ring. And it's way too much microphone stuff in the ring every week. But what's your thoughts on today's wrestling? You got about a minute to give us what you think on that.
I like the Billy Corgan NWA stuff. I wish I could watch more of it here. I don't watch a lot of today's wrestling. I really like Drew McIntyre for today's wrestlers, but no, I don't watch it as much as I should. I'm a guy. I love the '80s stuff and the '90s. You know,
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm not pretty big in today. Do you at least keep up with the pay-per-views and things like that? And
I try to.
and we'll see.
My buddy John Farrow sends me spoilers, so I just don't bother watching because he'll be like, or I'll just go on Facebook and I'll see somebody won. It's like, well, why bother watching? And there's so many falsies, like you know, they don't. I don't know. They just There's too many bullshit fake pins. I swear again. Sorry. Too many falsies where you think they're going home and they're not. And then you see like a guy like Drew McIntyre wins the belt, take it off him, and then who was it? Punk won the belt, take it off. It's just like that's so stupid.
To me, and I think Ethan has agreed with me. It seems like today they put the belt on whoever has the best song that the fans like to sing.
Well, maybe the fans singing because but I don't understand like why LA Knight's not been given the world heavyweight title.
Because he wrestles too good, and he's probably not got a great song or something. I'm telling you, it's all about what the fans like to sing coming in. Just change it. And I've always thought I didn't like his name. I just don't think the name fits him. The L.A. Knight I thought he should have kept what he had. Maybe
Eli Drake.
Anything other than the L.A. Knight.
The thing is, he's got Shawn Michaels potential.
He's good.
I really like LA Knight a lot. Yeah.
Him and Cody going at it could be, great.
Cody, like I like Cody the lineage, but to me he was, I don't know. He's such a it's hard to. I'm
selling the merch. That's what they're doing now, and that's the way.
But LA Knight was the #1 seller at the time, and you thought maybe they saw that it was created organically. But it is what it is. I mean, they're professionals. They know what they're doing. I mean, they're either going to
sure did on WrestleMania. Those 6 writers that sat around there, they pay millions of dollars to, really got the ending in WrestleMania really good. Hey, let's bring out this guy, and I don't know. I
honestly, I didn't watch it. People are going to like it. People might not like it. I don't know. You're not going to please everybody.
If you would have seen it, it was pretty brutal. They bad.
It was bad.
I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, you got to watch it. Well, you got to catch up with the whole storyline because it was The Rock involved with it, and then The Rock just disappeared from the whole storyline, and then it was just terrible. Your WrestleManias should leave you. Holy crap! It's your biggest of biggest, and it should make you remember it for years to come.
Like when Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant.
Yeah, this should be.
Or when Hulk Hogan wrestled The Rock.
Yep.
And that switch or the Ultimate
and nobody,
Warrior,
and everybody
those amazing moments that we saw, like Ricky Steamboat and the Macho Man, one of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love it. I loved it. Yeah.
Well, Tony, we thank you so much for taking the time out. You're even an hour behind us. I mean, it's 10:16 there, and I know you just got.
I got a 9 a.m. baseball game tomorrow, guys.
There you get a baseball game or for your
softball.
For you. You got a softball game tomorrow morning.
I got 2 tomorrow morning. Then I play tomorrow evening as well with my over 35s team.
There you go.
In the morning and over 35s at night.
All right, field them right, throw them hard, and hit them long. Hey, we appreciate so much you coming on and taking your time, and we enjoy your belt videos, and we enjoy you posting them up. Keep posting them up in the community. Keep pouring them up. I know you're done with your belts, but don't forget about us geeks that love belts and love the childhood memories that these bro, and keep posting up in them belt groups. We love seeing your post, and we love seeing your videos, man.
I thank you guys. I appreciate it. And you guys are doing a good thing. And here this is great. Like, hope you guys are well. And, I appreciate you guys giving me the time to just talk with friends. It's just cool, right? So
Absolutely. Tell everybody at Kaizen Wrestling we wish them the best, and to keep rocking it and keep throwing it down, and keep doing what they love, because that's what matters. We appreciate you, Tony, and all the positivity that you do for the belt community. Keep doing that. You have a great night. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the flip side, buddy. You take care, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Kaiser, the owner, Tony Thorpe. Take care, buddy. That was cool. That was cool.
I look forward to seeing him getting beat up on the mound by some wrestlers, because that's a. I'm just saying. I know the Savannah Bananas are, people mock them or whatever.
Can't stand them.
But you know what? For what they do and what they're trying to do,
I get it, but I can't stand them.
I appreciate the hell out of them. And when they did that dirty dance, I'm an 80s guy, so when they did that dirty dancing number, it was just...
Appreciate that, Ben. Tony's a good guy. He's
very good.
We want him on because he's positive, and that's what the more the hobby needs is to continue to be positive. Continue to be positive in the group. Continue to share in the group. Continue to post in the group. Hey, guys, always remember out there, just because you had a new belt day doesn't mean you can't post it tomorrow. Post it again. I say it all the time. Take it wherever you go. We got a lot of guys that take the belts where they go, and we got a 24/7 champ. We got the chicken champ that does it. Take your belts where you go. Tony posts up his belts, and he takes them in the dugouts and things like that. And share those pictures, because I love absolutely seeing belt pictures every day. That's why we do what we do, and each one of these behind me hold memories. And I know everybody watching this Belt Hobby podcast that does a lot of interviews with a lot of different people, from leather guys to influencers on Instagram, and guys that are in wrestling and do wrestling like Tony, and talking about certain topics. And it's all about those belts and what they do, man. And
couldn't agree more.
We appreciate that, Ben. Thanks so much for watching on that, Ben. And then thanks for that. Thanks for that, CJ. I appreciate that. Hey, Ethan, you got to tell people what they got to do now.
Hey, do us this small favor, man. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, because you know what it does at the end of the day? It helps the algorithm. It helps us keep going. It helps push us. It helps making us better. It helps making us just be appreciated, and just feel the love, man. It's a small task. It's a remedial task. It's easy. Just minimize this real quick. There's going to be a little thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up. Boom. Make sure you're subscribed. Go over to the left, to the right. Make sure it's highlighted in red. Hit that subscribe. And you know what you can do? Bro, hit that share button.
There you go.
Share it to your friends. You got all these people on your Facebook. All these people you guys talk to, we just looking for a percent.
Yep.
Just a percent.
Yep. And we appreciate everything you guys have done. As you guys do know, we're due to health, we're going to be moving to every other week. So next week will be our last weekly episode, and then we'll be back on September 13th. So we've got a lot of cool things coming. One of the things we're getting ready to talk about here in just a minute is a little bit about the BROCAST. But you guys got to remember one thing. You're watching Double Dropkick Podcast. So, Ethan, we've got to first, we didn't have just a single pitcher of the week. It was too good between these two pitchers that I just loved them so much. We've got a double pitcher of the week.
Yeah, you know what you got to do for that, right?
Say it.
You got to double roll it.
I thought we were double rolling it. I say roll it, and then you say roll it. That's a double roll.
Let's do that again. We got to do it again. We got to do it again. You know what?
We got to double roll it.
We got to double roll it.
So roll it.
Roll it.
So I hope everybody is doing good. Welcome in a little bit, not too long of the second half of everything. Hey, there's Jermaine from CBB.
What up,
How you doing?
Jermaine?
And Ben Walker hold that group down. Also, a
Right.
great group that reminds me, Championship Figure Brothers. We just talked about figures from him. We love figures. I'm not avid into them. I usually got the guys that are like, but Championship Figure Brothers is one of the best around. Join that group. You'll love it. Trust me.
What I was going to ask Ben, I got to ask Ben, are all figures allowed or are we discriminating? Is it only wrestling figs? Because you know what? Like I said, I'm getting into the hot toys. I'm getting into a bunch of different figures. So I want to make sure all figures are encompassed and welcome. If they're not, maybe we can have another group.
I'm try National Wrestling Association. Okay, I got you. Hit it, man. All that knowledge. Some great matches. Hey, appreciate it. It was a easy interview. He does a lot of things about it. How about the history of KFC? Turn around and say, yep. And then go look
Finger
up.
licking good.
Go look up. Sold it.
They brought back the potato wedges.
Yeah, go look up what he sold it for. And then what KFC turned around and sold it for not too far after that.
But from a fat man, they brought back the potato wedges.
Oh, did they?
That was a travesty. They took them away.
No. All figures matter. So there you go.
That's what I like, Ben. That's what I like. That's my dude.
Hooray! You got it. You got it. He's telling it. Well, we have got like we said, a double picture of the week that was just too good. Transformers Ninja Turtles. Boy, you're going to like the BROCAST and a lot of the stuff that we're doing. We're doing well. Hope everybody in the comments is doing well. I appreciate you checking in there, Big J. The DD Belt Bar will be here in just a little bit. You can go up to the DDK Belt Bar right now, and the ladies will pass you a little drink, and we'll have a little fun with that. And Mendoza, I know you're up there at that bar, so why don't you go over there and try the double drop kick? The double drop kick. Take it up, take a good swig of it, put some ice in it, sit down, chill, and relax and watch the rest of the episode. But this was our.
You gotta do sugar free nowadays because you just gotta do sugar free.
I get you. This was our first picture of the week here, and this one was pretty cool, and I liked it a whole lot, and had to put it on there. This one is from our good friend, Mr. Dave, Super Dave. Oh, yeah! Miller, and check out that picture there.
Yeah, look, he's got the Real World title. He's got the Ric Flair Tribute title, the Intercontinental. Look, he's got the big gold up there. That's just a beautiful picture, Dave.
His room. Did you notice the old the tag, the Flair, the Real World Champions? But
I said the Real World. That's one of my favorite belts.
Yep. Reggie got that one really quickly done, but that's just his Flair corner. His room is a spectacular masterpiece. Saw this was on there. I was like, man, I got to add that on there. But at the same time, we thank you, David, for that one. And congratulations on the DDK Saturday night picture of the week. But also, we had another one. Oh, yeah! And it was just as good from our buddy Eric Green and his fabulous little setup. Look at the Hogan sign picture that was put up. The magazines down the bottom, perfectly lit up, or the way you like to have it, or the lights are pointed at it or over it. The figures with the belt. Just an incredible picture.
I love the autograph no holds barred pick on the right. Just phenomenal, classy, elegant. It's simple. It just says class. And look at this Hogan, bro.
Yeah. There it is. But that was he always has a great setup. He mixes it well. And for a lot of people out there that there's a lot of Dick Bourne books that are really good to hit them up. But he's got that little stand, and it's a good recommendation for people that are putting their figures in there. It's that step up stand. It's on the left hand side and the top end. It's more up in the top. He's got them in the top 3 corners up there, to where you put the figures on one level, and then you got the another, and you can get many of them in there by be able to displaying them. Mendoza, now you're really hitting it off. Yeah. And that was just an epic excuse me, that was just an epic picture. And he always has a magnificent setup. And we congratulate you, Eric Green, on Picture of the Week.
You appreciate simplistic class, and that's what it is. It's simplistic and it's classy.
And we get both.
Like Dave, you can walk into Dave's room, look at that flare corner, and just see that flare corner. And if you're any type of wrestling connoisseur at all, you're gonna come down from the robes to the real world title, to the Oval IC, Winged Eagle. You got your 91 to 94, your big gold. It's just everything that is wrestling.
Right. Yep. They're absolutely great. great pictures. So congratulations again, Dave and Eric Green, on some fabulous pictures.
I hope my man cave takes shape the way some of these guys' displays are, man, because it is just
Yep. Absolutely. It is a pretty cool deal, and we're excited for that. Before we get to the DDK belt bar, we did have a situation that I wanted to share that popped up with a scammer. So we had a little bit of a scammer alert today that I saw. So we wanted to make sure that we let everybody know. Every time I hope folks will continue to notice these things and these new accounts that jump into these groups that have no postings or brand new to it. They might have a bunch of friends, but they've taken over somebody's account. But you see it just like this. This guy was accused of scamming, and one of the groups. Not going to get into it. You got to pay attention to what groups you're in. There's a lot of groups that are run by scammers, as Ethan has said as well. But this gentleman here, and you can look on, he had just joined that group, and he made a post, and that post was accused of not being his belts. And a couple of people are like, I knew it. Admins, you got to do a little bit better job. You could look at this profile right here. There's nothing posted on it. I couldn't find him in any other groups. He just got into your group, just a few months ago, and then all of a sudden here's a post. So if you want to know more about it, that was the group it was in, and find out what happens to it. But just be alert and pay attention to who you're doing business with. Always ask for recommendations. Always, ask for them and put their name in there and do all that stuff, because it's very important that you don't get scammed. Ethan, did you want to add anything on top of that?
No, on what?
On top of the what to look for and how to
just do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Excuse me. Do your due diligence when you're buying, posting, selling, friending. Because I get a lot of friend requests, man, and I just go through them and I'm like, that don't look right. That don't look right. Just, be safe, be smart, because, some of these guys, they're just trying to hack your account too. That's another thing you got to watch out for. They hack accounts, and you lose accounts, and people work hard for their accounts, and just do the due diligence and go on the extra step of making sure you're
hello, Laverne.
You're clicking a button to see where what it's really about.
Yep. That is it. Hey, I appreciate that. Somebody asked me to do a video of the room, and I might do that. I might do that on one thing. There is C4. There you go. You can find out everything you need to from the Big Gold and all about his C4. He's an incredible guy to do for that. Yeah, share and show off all those collections. Show them in all those great groups. Everybody know those great groups. Wide World of Belts. Love those wrestling belts. Big Boys belts. Championship belt brothers. There's wrestling belt. There's the wrestling belt belts of the North. Wrestling Belt Society. And 80 Terry's group, look him up for what he's doing. He's got a great group going over there. Belt Masters as well. And share off those figures too, and championship figures. Make sure you join that group. It's an incredible group, and I like just looking at those figures and drilling over some of those figures and wanting them. Tell me. Yeah, there's certain things that C4 is only able to do, but if you hit him up, he can help you, send you in the right direction for what you need. Just hit Colin up. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, he's talking about the original knowledge. Austin, if you hit him up for anything that you want to know about the original Big Gold, he is your man. We've got some belts that people have asked us to show off, just a couple. So let's go on over to the ladies and show off the belts for sale at the DDK Bell Bar. And first up for sale from Brandon Speck-Lyles, he has a beautiful NWA World Heavyweight Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title. The Sienna 1885-86 version, 24 karat gold, 4mm zinc dual plated. It's got the smooth leather backing. I think he's made a video on this as too in the groups. You can look him up. He can send you a video, anything that you want. Made by Jack Jan. Ethan, are you there with me, buddy? It's what? How much? 450 shipped. You can't beat that, man. Can't beat that.
Beautiful belt. It's one of those classy belts. Like, I didn't really know much about, but it's a classy looking belt.
Yeah, beautiful belt. It's one that I'd like to have. It's a beautiful, beautiful belt. If you go back to when the Nature Boy Buddy Landell won that belt, it looked spectacular when he did it. But that's a great price on that belt. $450 shipped right to your door. Hit up Brandon Speck-Lyles. I've included the picture so that you can just type in the name in Facebook. Then you'll see that at Match. Much easier way to find it. And tell us, Ethan, about this one right here from our buddy. Look at that one there.
Yo, Stone Cold got a beautiful V4 restone on Mendoza leather. Fantastic belt. You know, everybody, you know, it's a classic looking belt, man. I wish they would crank out more of these belts. Again, I don't really like the Octagon version. This belt is just phenomenal, and I like
Absolutely.
it.
And you can't buy from a better guy. Steve Wilson, Stone Cold Steve Wilson. Just look him up. See that logo there? UFC version 4. It is restoned. And you can't beat it on Mendoza leather. For how much?
$600. That's a steal.
Well, just about half of that's in the leather job. Yeah.
Leather right there. Half that's leather.
Yep. And our last one at the DDK Belt Bar is from our buddy Chris Robinson, who is selling another great deal on this, made by MA Championship Belts. It's the TNA Heavyweight title. 500 shipped to your door. Guys, you're saving on shipping. Shipping's expensive too to ship these belts. Beautiful looking belt. Just type in Chris Robinson. You'll see that little profile picture right there. That's the one you'll get, and you'll be able to hit that up. What do you think of that belt there, Ethan?
Again, TNA has probably the best belts out there right now. Beautiful design, $500 shipped. I mean, classy belt. Classy belt.
Yeah, it is. It is a beautiful belt, and you can have it to your door for 500 shipped. So once again, hit these guys up. Brandon, hit the guy up, Steve Wilson, and hit Mr. TNA over there, Chris Robertson, and get your belt over at the DDK Belt Bar and saying, hey, you saw it on Double Drop Kick. And you might even get a little bit of discount. Say, hey, man, you did a good job. No, I'm not. Just saying. Just saying you saw it on here, and they'll give you more info on it and share all the great stuff with you about that big deal. The last thing that I wanted to go and get your opinion on, Ethan, did you hear about the Bret Hart little fiasco and the thing that he said here not long ago?
I did not.
This was very interesting. Let me get these ones off of here. He was, I just couldn't believe that he had said this stuff. And this is what he said. And I don't know who was being interviewed by or where this came from. And maybe guys in the chat can say, he says, I went to SummerSlam. They invited me down this year for WWE and told me they wanted me to be in the crowd. Then they told me once I got there, they didn't have any seats. It's kind of odd to me. Like they could have put him anywhere up in a suite, in a box, whatever. That sounds a little weird to me. And he says, but I noticed that Kevin Nash got a seat. Well, yeah, he's a WWE star himself or whatever. It was a little bit odd to throw him out. But he says, so I just sort of know. I really realize that they don't fully appreciate me. Interesting. And then this is where it got really even that you threw in Hulk Hogan's passing is even after Hulk's passing, there's no appreciation for anything I did. There's only 3 wrestlers left alive that were main event wrestlers in the first 10 WrestleMania. Sergeant Slaughter's one of them, the $1 Million Man and the other, and I'm not planning on going anywhere for at least 30 years.
It's a very self-absorbed, like
Bret. I mean, this wasn't even. Was Goldberg near you when this was happening?
I don't like.
I mean,
even after Hulk's passing, even after Hulk's passing, there's no appreciation for anything I did.
Yeah, you made Hulk Hogan passing. Did you want them to show you in highlights with him? You made Hulk Hogan's passing about you and said, Hulk Hogan died. They should have talked about me. That's narcissistic, self-absorbed. I don't know what you're doing, but Bret Hart, the character is unbelievable. Great wrestler, loved his matches, but I don't know this guy, what this comment was, or was he pissed off at the SummerSlam stuff? But this was just, did anybody else find this like, whoa?
I think it's past narcissistic. You cannot just delete everything he said and just look at the context that even after Hulk's passing, there's no appreciation for anything I did. Like, that's wild. That's the first time me hearing this. That's just why I wouldn't have gave him a seat either. I'm sorry.
Well, I think that might have been after this. Read his book. It's pretty self-absorbed. Colin says he has a true-hearted goal, and that might very, very nice be, but you can't be making these sort of statements. I mean, even after Hulk's passing, there's no appreciation for anything that I did. You're in the WWE Hall of Fame. Then you were in the WWE Hall of Fame again for having what was it? One of the best matches of all time. They did that. Whatever. You were at WrestleMania. I mean, I don't know how many times. I don't know what happened at SummerSlam. My whole thing was you wanted some kind of tribute to you when Hulk Hogan had died, and they were tributing him. I just didn't understand this, and I thought it was very, very selfish and unbecoming of somebody of his stature and legendary status in the business. I hope something gets retracted there or redone, because that was pretty crazy. Ethan, you are getting ready to do. We're getting ready to do a new show that is joining. Let's see. He says we got a couple comments here on it. He's our professor wrestler, but he's clueless. A person, yeah. Plenty of people appreciate it. Yes, they do. Absolutely. He isn't the no, he's not. You're right there, but I think plenty of people you know, have a appreciation for him. I just didn't understand the comment of Bret wants a 40 belt. I don't think he wants Goldberg to be there though when it happens. But Ethan, the BROCAST, it is joining the DAV network, and it is going to be on twice a month, every other week. The date and times and when it's going to start is going to be announced soon. But we wanted to give a little teaser, just a little teaser about what you can all expect from the BROCAST, and I'll let Ethan dawn on it afterwards. But it's a bro show. That's right. The BROCAST is coming to the DAV network to be announced. We're going to give out all the YouTube channel so that you can sub to it. It's going to have its own YouTube channel. It's going to be part of the DAV network. And we're excited to have them a part of the family. And we're excited for this venture that's coming up. And I'm going to give him. But Ethan, I wanted you to see this. BROCAST now has a seat at the table. Look at that DAV network line. Double drop kicks spanning the globe and the BROCAST. Not to do. You may mention wrestling from time to time or nostalgia, something about it or some toys, but this is all about bro stuff, guy stuff, men stuff. This is a show for men and that little bro inside of you. Give us a little hint about it.
You know, it's just, again, we're going back to it, but it's everything, man. It's dating in your 40s. It's being a dad. It's collecting toys. It's hobbies. It's everything. TikToks. We're not. There's not a thing we're not going to dive into. There's just not. And then that's the whole thing. It's just something. Come in, chill, have a drink, relax. You know, get away from the wife for an hour. You know, that's just it. It's just something to do and somewhere to vent. If there's something you guys want to talk about, we talk about it. And that's just what we do.
What? Mark. At the end of the day, Bret treated me like a brother when I met him. He was always absolutely. I mean, everybody can have great interactions, though, but we can also all make mistakes and all say things that we don't mean. And I've sure done that, and I've sure done that recently. And we've all done that, and we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to have our moments and stuff. But you've got to be a little bit better than that in the limelight when you've been in front of that spotlight all the time, and you can't. The selfish statement about, you know, making the Hogan thing about, I just don't understand, because I know when Colin had met him and the things that he does and how much he cared about Reggie Parks and how much he cared, you know, just some of those statements, and it kind of floored me, and I didn't understand. Maybe he was venting or whatever. Hopefully he'll clarify those statements and whatever, but it came off to me as saying, you know, Hogan, you got this, and you should have included me in some of these reels. I don't know, but that is it. The podcast trifecta. Yes, Ethan, what he talks about, it's going to be all things. It's going to be cool 80s stuff. It's going to be things that we grew up on, how we grew up on, things that we developed, relationship things that are going on, guy things, getting guy things off your chest. What it's like going through maybe a divorce or having kids and sharing kids with others and help with that. Then there's going to be cool toys that we grew up with. We grew up in the best era in the 80s and early 90s in all 90s, when we would go to Toys R Us or Toy Castle or JB Toy, all these, and the shelves were stacked. You didn't have to wait in line for anything. There was no scalpers for doing everything. When I went to the Star Wars toys, I mean, it was the bar that was holding them out on there with the Luke Skywalker figures. There was like 30 of them on there. There was 30 of the Jabba's, you know, all of the stuff from the TIE fighters, the Imperial Walkers, the ATST, the AT-AT. It was just all that stuff we're going to talk about. A little Voltron, I know he wants to, and just nostalgia stuff, 80s stuff. It's going to be just a Guy for Men program, and helping getting things a lot off your chest and interacting with you guys out there.
But even if it's just, you know, somebody wants to talk, somebody needs to talk, somebody has something out there they want to get away, they want an opinion on, you know, you could just send a message, and you know what, we'll discuss it. You know, we don't have to throw names out there, but you know, maybe you got a mental health question, you got something, you know, we'll all discuss it. You know, just that's what we're gonna do. Yeah,
it's gonna be a cool time. It's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be right here on the DAV Network. All 3 shows getting together, having a great time right on the DAV Network. You'll have Double Dropkick every other Saturday night at 8 p.m. You'll have Spanning the Globe every Thursday night, 8 p.m. And then the BROCAST is going to be every other week. And the day and the time is going to soon be announced within very, very shortly, within the next 2 weeks. We will have that down pat for you, and look for the debut at the end of September. Look at that lineup. Great things going on at the DAV Network. And with that, there is even more to come. So I hope that drink was good tonight. You had a good drink on. That the DDK Belt Bar was open. We had a good time. What'd you think of our guest tonight?
Phenomenal guy. I really hope he incorporates some of my, you know, ideas into his baseball/wrestling. I'm just throwing that out there.
Transformers were so good. The Dukes of Hazzard was so good. The A-Team was so good. I mean, you had just pop culture in the 80s mixing with everything, and wrestling mixed with it and everything. It was such a great time. But the toys and the explosion of, you know, we had gaming systems, the Atari and the Nintendo, and then, you know, the Super Nintendo, but you didn't stay on them 8 or 9 hours like you can get to now. I mean, you an hour of it and you were done. You were done with it in 5 minutes if you played the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the original Nintendo, that underwater. Yeah, I was done with that thing. If you ever want to,
but even past that, just think about old movies like we had that you forget about. Dude, who remember DC Cab? Such a phenomenal movie. Like, just we're doing it all.
$29.99. That's for my PayPal sign up. Everybody, that's the gentleman who had the belt we just had in the DDK Belt Bar for sale. For hit him up if you want to. Every time I hear you say BROCAST, I hear BROCAST. Well, I hope you're not, but it is a BROCAST, and we hope you all are going to enjoy the show. It's going to be a cool one, and we're so very excited for it. First time, yeah, there you go. But we had a great time tonight with our guest. It was a fun show tonight, and next week's show will be our last one before we go to every other week starting in September. So August 30th will be our last full weekly show. So it's not a goodbye; it's just a step back with the health, and I'm going to be in the background, not on the camera, on the BROCAST, and being the producer of the show. Ethan's going to be coming up with all the good stuff, and it's going to be a great time to discuss things, reminisce of things. I mean, we reminisce about these belts all the time. Now we'll be able to reminisce about all the cool toys, 80s things, and then things we're going through from time to time. And it'll be an hour show and a jam-packed hour show, and I'm proud to have Ethan running that show, and I know he's going to do a great and fabulous job on the BROCAST right here on the DAV Network. Ethan, anything else you got left for us before we get out of here?
No, just everybody have a safe, sound rest of your weekend, man. Just, you know, do something good, you know. Tell the wife you love her, tell the kids you love them. Just do something productive, you know.
Absolutely. Buddy, I will see you next week, and I'll talk to you in just a little bit. Got something for you to show you. I think you're going to like it. Everybody give it up for my man, Ethan Thompson. We've had a spectacular night tonight. We had our great guests, and we want to thank again Tony Thorpe for coming on, wrestling belt collector, and Kaizen Pro Wrestling. You got to check that out. Go check it out all over social media. Also, you guys got to make sure you check out Spanning the Globe podcast every Thursday night right here on the Dad Network. It's over on the Wide World of Belts YouTube page. Check them out every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And they do a wonderful job, and check out that show each and every week. Check out Mark Championship Leather. He has some openings. Got to hit him up. And if you mention that you saw it on a Double Dropkick show, he's going to give you 10% off. So you don't want to miss that at all. That's a great opportunity to get it from a great leather maker. So check him out as well. Also, check out our guys over at C4 Authentic Belts. Check them out on Facebook. They're the only ones partnering with Crumb Rind. The C4 Ortiz Crumb Rind Big Gold, made by a silversmith, taking many, many hours to handcraft that belt. Double saddle leather. All you got to do is go over to c4authenticbelts.com and check it all out. Hit up Colin there. C4 Authentic Belts, taking you back to like it's 1986. I want to thank everybody here in the chat for having a great time, for always showing up, always blowing up the channel. Next week will be a little bit of sadness that it'll be my last week-to-week show, but I'll be pumped every other week for you, and we'll try to make it just as a great show as always, but only with your support. I thank each and every one of you that subscribe to this channel. You guys do an amazing stuff for this channel and promoting it, and we've got a lot more things to come. Next week, we'll also have another part 2 in the segment of Who Can It Be? 10 minutes with a special guest, somebody in the hobby that you see post a lot. So you want to check in for that. I want to thank everybody again for watching tonight. Make sure you just click that thumbs up button and subscribe if you hadn't. Tell all your friends. Check out all the videos that are down here and watch them. It's going to be great. And check out Mark's last week's video. He did a great job Thursday night with Action Mike Jackson, a 10-time champion. So go and check him out. It's going to be a good show. It was a great show. So watch it. And I know next week's going to be too. So as always, remember, as I say each and every week, stay kind, stay humble, and we'll see you right back here next week for another DDK Saturday night on Double Dropkick. Good night, everybody.